Good stuff. Have you met Kachagugu? Right, there's your chance. Go and say hello. While they're doing that, let's have a look at what else is in the store. Realistic. Some adults say that things happen on Grange Hill that wouldn't happen in real schools, but I see great parallels in it with my school. Many people at my school, including myself, associate our problems with those of class H4, and it's comforting to know that we're not isolated. I'm sorry I've missed your Valentine's show by 1 week, but please tell Paula Ann Bland that I think she's lovely. So there. Got a fan in Chris Loke.
Well, we've got the class outing to the store this morning. Morning, everybody. Morning. Morning. Now, you know everybody from the programme, but we've got their real first names on here. We've got mine as well, just so nobody gets confused. Right. Is it real, do you think, Grange Hill? I mean, compared with your school lives? I'm taking a chance here, sitting next to Gripper and
yeah, I think so, yeah.
What sort of ways do you think it is real? I mean, is it...
I think it's real because I'm a fan anyway, and I watch it. And I watched it last night, shushing everybody around me. Shh, watch this. And I really wanted to hang one on Stebson last night. I mean, I was really... I was there, and that is the hallmark of a good actor, I think, because Mark's not... You're not like that at all in real life. No. I mean, not like that at all. And yet, for somebody who's not like that, to act like that on the television and have me sitting there saying, go on, get him. And then when the teacher burst in and stopped it, I was really disappointed. But that's the end of the line for you, isn't it? You're expelled now.
Yes,
that's it.
The teacher said we shan't see you anymore. Is that true?
Yeah.
So... Are you maybe like Tucker going to go on and do other things or do another series?
I hope so. I've heard nothing. No.
It's sort of fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But it was very interesting last night that you didn't get thumped up, did you? I mean, it was stopped in time. Yeah. Do you think the others really wanted to get Gripper?
Yeah.
Because over the weeks, I mean, as you say, Mark's not at all like that in real life, but it's very much acting. Is it difficult to act in that sort of situation, to pretend to dislike somebody you actually like very much?
It is in some ways, but you just got to learn to be able to act, you know, the part.
You just pretend you're hating them, you know.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mark.
Is it like school when you're actually doing Grange Hill? I mean, do you have to... Is it very strict in the studios, the rehearsals and things?
No, it's all right.
How does it work? I mean...
No, it's sort of like, you'd think it would be, but, like, if you muck about, then they say, you know, we'll turn it down a bit, but it's all right.
So you have to mess about in a controlled way, really, don't you?
Yeah.
Is it very difficult actually putting that hatred or whatever into something that you're doing when you know the other person really well? Like, I mean, last night, because Claire here got the mop in her face last night. Well, we didn't actually see the bit.
No.
I mean, not that I wanted to see you get the mop in the face, but you were actually waiting for that bit, and then they cut. It was quite disappointing.
I didn't have the mop shoved in my face, it just makeup rushed on and had squirts on, you know.
Yeah.
Really?
And loads of filth all over me, so...
And do you think the series is realistic, Claire? I mean, the letter that Mike read out...
She thinks that one's realistic because the guy liked her.
Yes, yes.
Do you think you're actually a boxer, aren't you?
Yeah.
I know aren't you through to the quarter-finals of some amateur boxing?
Yeah, the Great Britain finals. Gone through to the quarter-finals and boxing in Brighton Saturday.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, you look a bit like a boxer. Listen, can you do any of these sort of tough acts, like, you know, like with a brick or anything like that, or chopping a brick in half?
Oh, yeah, like I can get 4 bricks and just sort of chop it in
Really?
half.
Go on, see if you can screw that one up. You just watch the strength of Zamo here. Just look at that. Don't tangle with this boy. How much longer are you in the series? You're going to be taking over where Gripper leaves off, I suppose, aren't you?
Yeah, well...
Is that the general plan for it? That
I got no idea, no.
So how far ahead do you know what you're going to be doing?
We don't.
A couple of weeks, because we, like, get the script while we're doing So we're doing episode 17, we get the script for episode 18 about a week before.
Yeah, man.
Where do you do your normal schoolwork?
We do it, like, they have tutor rooms, which are just like dressing rooms. Put a table and we all sit round.
So if you're not rehearsing a particular sequence, you're doing schoolwork, are you?
Where we are,
Yeah,
we've
we'll
got to go
rush
in the afternoon, haven't we?
Yeah.
Well, you have a chance to chat to them on 01811 8055 a wee bit later on, so if you want to chat to any of the gang from Grange Hill, you can do that. In a moment, one of the bargains, we're going to be giving away this monster here, and we're also in a minute going to be seeing a film about robots. Does anyone want to have a go at this? I know you have to turn it on. I was coming to that bit. Does anyone want to have a go at that? The plan is... Oh, we haven't got the rest of the bit, have we? There's another bit that goes with it. And you have to... Well, you could always drop it in a cup or something like that. It looks like a little animal.
Don't drop it, you know what I mean?
How do you actually
And then you release it.
Work that out?
You release it by twisting that.
Ah.
You done it. No, you done it.
Oh, yes, you do.
No, you don't.
Oh, well.
The batteries are gone by the time you finish getting
They do
Well,
these,
as you can see, it's very easy to master.
these things later on Tomorrow's World, don't they?
Yeah.
Energy's run out, man.
Well, your energy's run out. Right, in a second, we're going to be giving that away as a bargain. First of all, let's see a bit of film about robots. As you can see, the mass tribe from Grange are having no success at all. There are about 10 of them.
How to destroy a BBC favourite cat. How do you release it? Have you worked that out yet?
Yeah, we just
Well, it's a lot of fun. As you can see, we're going to be giving this away as a bargain fairly shortly. John, somebody wrote to me, and I've cleverly lost the picture. Venetia Croxford wrote to me from Reading in Berkshire and said, I've enclosed a photograph of my brother Julian, who we all think looks like Keith. Tragically, somebody's had it from me. Oh, that's it, you found it.
There's on the floor.
Thank you very much. Well spotted. You might not be any good at that, but great stuff. I don't know whether Keith can see that. Can you see that, Keith? Can you see that?
Yes.
Does that look like you?
I think so. It's very similar. It looks a bit like my twin brother, actually. Do you know I've got a twin brother? Did you know that?
Yes, I did know that.
Yes,
Jeff.
I've got a twin brother called Jeff. Yes.
Can I just stop you a minute because we forgot the question for the robot?
But which is, from which language does the word robot come? From which language does the word robot come? Answers on a postcard to Saturday Superstore, BBC Television, London W12 8QT. So, which language does the word robot come from? OK, good luck with that, and you can win this machine here, which has baffled all Grange Hill. Keith, sorry about that. Yes,
Back to
got
Julian.
a question for it.
I'm very impressed, actually. It's probably because you all had to get up early, isn't it?
We're going to call you Julian Croxford from now on, because he looks
Why
like
not?
you.
Yes. I should call you that chap who came in last week, really, shouldn't I?
But you've forgotten his name, haven't you, Julian?
Yes, I have, actually. No, it's Mark. There you go.
Oh.
So I get points for being good on Saturday morning now,
All
you
right.
see. Actually, you've got a
well,
lesson.
he had the kids from Fame on, so we thought we'd get the Grange Hill gang on as well. They're all here. There are 8 of them here, and you can chat to them on 01 811 8055 very shortly. First of all, let's see a couple of gripping, if you'll excuse the pun, bits of Grange Hill.
Hey, why weren't you and I right?
Yeah, 1 minute you were there, the next she's gone.
We got paper, by the way. Great. So where were you?
Just got caught up in a multiracial carve-up, didn't we?
We had to go and see Mrs. McCluskey. What happened? Grippers mob set on some little Indian kids from the first year. Then Woody and Randy's locks weighed in.
Georgie ended up getting his head split open.
Yeah, had to go to hospital. What did Bridget say? I don't know, they're still with her.
With any luck, Grip will be suspended.
Suspended. Suspended. He ought to get expelled.
Everyone's talking about your magazine.
It's not mine, Stu.
Yeah, but you did most of it.
Rubbish. Precious did the long article. Sam did the headlines.
Yeah, but if it weren't for you, they couldn't have got it all together, could they?
What on earth do you think you're doing?
I can hardly believe my eyes. On school premises in broad daylight. Have you no shame?
We're only necking.
Only. This is a schoolboy. It's not the back row of the Roxy. You both better come with me.
2 weeks suspension, man. That's lethal. With a nice kiss.
Cool. With the lights off as well, eh? That's right. Do you actually enjoy doing those bits, or is it difficult? I mean, is everyone standing around trying to make you laugh?
Well, these were bad. In rehearsals, they, you know...
So they're standing
Take
behind you
them in.
going like that. Yeah.
So it got to a point where everyone had to go out when we was rehearsing it, because they kept winding us up.
It's really bad.
Is there a practical joker amongst you or not? Is somebody... Is he?
No, I'm not. I'm really nice now.
I'm really nice. I like that. I think we're going to chat to some people on the telephone anyway, so I think you should have telephones all around you, behind you, so you can
You need my phone.
pick them up. I don't know who's first on the line. Tracy Smith. Tracy, where are you calling from?
Poplar.
From where?
Poplar.
From Poplar?
Yeah.
In London?
Yeah.
OK, you're through to the Grange Hill mob. Anyone in particular you want to have a word with?
Yeah, can I speak to Stewpot, please?
Stewpot, you have him. He's all yours. But don't try and kiss him.
OK. What did you have to do to get a part in Grange Hill?
Well, I go to a stage club after school called Anna Scher's up in Barnesman. I've been going there since I was 5, and she sent me for an audition, you know, so I went along and I got the part.
OK.
All right?
Was it hard?
What, getting the audition?
Yeah.
Well, see, she does that all for me, you see. Like, you know, she rings them up and she says, you know, have you got anything going? And so she sent me along, you know.
Yeah.
Do you like doing it, playing the part?
Pardon?
Do you like playing the part in Grange Hill?
Yeah, it's good fun. It's good doing it. It's a good laugh.
OK, thank you.
All right, bye.
Bye.
OK, thanks for your call. Susan Stocks, hello.
Hello.
Whereabouts are you, Susan?
Mansfield.
Are you a Grange Hill fan?
Yeah.
Who do you want to talk to?
I'd like to ask them what are the real ages.
What are their real ages? You mean, are they slightly older than the parts they play?
Yeah.
Are you slightly older than the parts you play?
Yeah.
Is it easy to play down? So you're playing down, what, a couple of years or 3 years or whatever? Is it easy to... You play your age?
I play about 2 years younger. 14 Sunday.
So you're all sort of around that age, and you're mixing with people that are the age you're playing as well, aren't you?
Yeah.
So do you think it'd be difficult to play somebody that's not your age?
Yeah.
Do you? How old are you?
9.
9. I mean, do you think if you were in a play, could you play the part of a 12-year-old?
No.
Would you like to play the part of a 7-year-old?
No.
No, I didn't think. Is it actually difficult playing somebody? Is anyone here who plays a part younger than themselves or not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it difficult playing a part younger than yourself? I mean, do you think I don't want to be younger than myself?
Yeah, it shows you
He's a joker anyway.
It shows you
Make any difference.
Well, they all seem happy with their lot anyway. Is that all right?
Yes, thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. And Camille Sands. Hello, Camille.
Hello.
Whereabouts are you calling from?
Streatham.
From Streatham, right, in London as well. Do you want to chat to any of the gang here?
Yes, please, Claire.
Claire, right.
Hello, Claire.
Hello.
I'd like to ask you, were you embarrassed when you kissed Stewpot in the loft?
Yes, I was very, very embarrassed because, you know, we've got so many practical jokers on the programme that they all take the mickey out of me. So they all had to go out when we were filming it and everything. But it wasn't too bad, I suppose.
How many times did you have to kiss him? Were there any retakes?
We won't go into that.
She's done it when they finished.
It was about 5 of them.
Actually, the answer is Mark kept deliberately getting it wrong.
Yeah, I did.
No, it was a bit embarrassing, but we had to get over it.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I think
Bye.
you're great.
Bye.
Bye.
Have you ever kissed anybody?
No.
Haven't you?
No.
Oh, you might be embarrassed the first time you kissed somebody. All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Paul Benham. Hello, Paul.
Hello.
Hello. Who would you like to chat to?
Can I speak to Stewpot, please?
You have him, yes. He's all yours.
Hello, Stewpot.
Hello.
Hello. What school did you go to when you were the age of 10?
When I was at the age of 10, so that's primary school. Full nil in Islington.
Did you go to, what drama class did you go to?
Oh, I go to, like, Anna Scher's, you know, that's a stage club. And I now go to Holloway School.
You still go now?
Yeah, I still go to school, yeah, Holloway.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, fine, thanks. Hang on to your phones for a sec. We'll give the bargain away as well, which is a whole load of Grange Hill books. And I think, does Alison have it? Who has the question?
Yes. Yeah, it's Annette, Julia and I fancied a teacher in Grange Hill. What one was it?
Which teacher did they fancy in Grange Hill? You know which teachers they didn't fancy, so you can easily eliminate that. The address is always Saturday. SuperStore, BBC Television, London W12 8QT. Which teacher did they fancy in Grange Hill? Shouldn't be difficult to work out, really, should it? And
everybody's going to sign the books, aren't they?
Sorry?
Everybody's going to sign the books.
Oh, yes, you could actually pass them around a minute and start signing if you'd like. That would be good. Helen Austin. Hello, Helen.
Hello?
Good morning. Whereabouts are you calling from?
Croydon.
From Croydon. Gosh, all around London. Right, you're through to Grange Hill. Would you like to ask them anything?
Can I talk to Gripper, please?
Yes.
Have you ever met anyone like Gripper in real life? And if not, what would your reaction be?
I think you always meet someone like Gripper at school anyway. So,
Every school has a Gripper, doesn't
hard,
it?
yeah. But I think meeting them, it's just sort of trying to understand the character person, you know.
Did you ever get bullied?
Well, I suppose, yeah, I think they have a go at every kid at school, didn't they, you know?
Do you meet that problem actually when you're out in the street? Because it is so real and so believable, and you all actually play the part so well. I mean, I suppose you, at some stage, when people must come up and say, all right, Grip, but if you think you're so clever, and as you're so totally different to that in real life, is it a bit of a drag?
I think once you sort of get across that, you know, you're yourself and a different person.
But do you have to explain to people sometimes?
Oh, yeah. So it's just hard getting across, you know, that you're different to the part you play.
So if you see Gripper on the street, don't have a go at him, because he's a nice bloke, really. OK. Thanks very much for your calls. John, I believe you're doing something with Grange Hill as well.
We'll be talking more about that and the other issues that have been raised in this current series of Grange Hill, like the racialism, and a special programme which is going to be on BBC Two in a couple of weeks' time, immediately after the last episode of Grange Hill. So people switch their buttons very quickly from BBC One to BBC Two. We're having a special edition of Speak Out with some people from Grange Hill and about 60 people from all over the country as well, children and teachers from various schools, talking about Grange Hill.
Yes, good stuff. So if you want to pass those around and sign them all, we can give those away as the bargain. Good luck with that. Thanks very much for coming in. Enjoy the series tremendously, and good luck with its continued success, and also to Gripper in whatever you do next. Now you've been expelled.
Now you're written out.
Yes. Now here's Blue Zoo and Cry Boy Cry. Susan Tully, who played Suzanne in Grange Hill, will be here to tell us about her latest role.
Suzanne, you look a bit lost.
Don't worry. I know where I am, all right.
And Phil Redman, the creator of Grange Hill, will also be dropping in. You can call him on 01811 8055.
Deliberately trying to antagonise members of staff.
No, there's nothing deliberate about it. Just the way I am.
It's not the way you are, Suzanne. You can be a lot more approachable than this.
Maybe I can. Just I can't be bothered with some people.
I see. That's your attitude, is it?
Do you like?
I don't like.
Look, no one's forcing you to like me.
That's where you're wrong. Let's get something straight, shall we? Hopefully, by the time you leave the school, you'll have grown up sufficiently to take responsibility for your own actions. Until that happens, if it ever does, we are responsible for you. Now, I'd prefer to be able to ask you to do things. But if you're going to persist in behaving like a petulant brat, then you're going to have to be told what to do. So, get yourself back to the classroom, apologise to the teacher for being late, and tell whoever it is you won't be a silly girl again. Where do you think you're going? I'm talking to you! Suzanne, I asked you a question! Right, this has gone far enough. Now, I'm warning you, my girl. You set one foot outside that door and you're in very serious trouble.
Wow, heavy stuff, eh? Susan, good morning.
Good morning.
What's it like watching yourself doing something like that? Do you actually feel the part, or is it just you?
Well, when I see, I mean, that was the first time I saw that clip, and it was so long ago, I just seemed like watching another person.
Really?
Yeah, sometimes when I do something that I knew it was bad at the time, and I watch it and I think, oh, don't, I get very embarrassed.
Really?
But not all the time.
Do you see flaws in your acting and think, oh, I could have done that much better?
All the time.
Really?
All the time.
Great. Did you enjoy doing Grange Hill?
I did enjoy it. I did 4 years. I made a lot of friends. I think it's one of the best things I've ever done.
Do people actually miss it when they leave, when they get to that certain age where they have to leave school? Do most people miss it?
Yeah, I think we do. When we have a party after the end of every series, and the last Grange Hill party I went to like a year ago when I finished that series, it was very sad. Everyone knew. We kept saying, oh, we'll keep in touch, we'll keep in touch.
You don't, because you're all acting in different directions?
Yeah, like me and Paula, we now and again, like, we see each other, but we can't because of, like, work commitments. Yeah. And we knew that we wouldn't be seeing that much of each other, but it was sad last year when we left.
Oh. Right, OK, well, we'll talk more later about your new series, EastEnders. We've got some prize picks we'd like you to do from last week. And so, no, you can stay there.
I'll stay there.
Yeah, you can stay there. Bring the baskets! The first one was Gary Newman of Bill Sharp came in to see us and asked which artist sculpted the Thinker. The answer was Rodin, and the stickers, the picture disc, the records, the bust and the hats go to this person. Morning.
Morning.
All right.
Sarah Carter. Hello. Sarah Carter, 44 Willersby Avenue.
Thank you. Right,
Orpington.
OK. Sarah Carter from Orpington in Kent, well done to you. And the David Essex one, Dick Turpin's sidekick was another highwayman. Who was he? A lot of people who watched the TV series said Swift Nick, but he actually predated Turpin by about 100 years. The answer was Tom King. So the video, the album, the tickets to Mutiny on the Bounty go to whom?
Fiona Henderson, 7 Galston Avenue, Newton Mearns, Glasgow.
Thank you. Right, okay, well done to you. And also, the brown bear is the largest of the bear family. Which is the smallest of the bear family? The answer, the sun bear, and the bear books and pencils go to somebody. Good morning.
Go to...
You've got a Blue Peter badge on.
I know.
Did you win that?
Yes.
Legitimately, well done. Gosh, very rare, that Blue Peter badge. Well done.
Lucy Bailey, Brighton Avenue, Gosport.
Okay, well done, Lucy Bailey and Gospel. All those things coming to you. And if you want to see what a sun bear looks like, we have some sun bear on film, I think, somewhere. Yeah. We got the old sun bear? We have. There he is. I don't think I've ever seen a sun bear before, at least not knowingly. You ever seen a sun bear?
No. Hadn't even heard of one.
Yeah, they don't come out when it's raining. What?
He's got no glasses on.
It looks like any other bear, really, only smaller, doesn't he? There he's having a jolly good time having a drink. That was the sun bear. Just a reminder that last week's electric bike competition will be picked on the 2nd of March if you went in for that, OK? Right, and also we got some pictures in a moment of the new series EastEnders. How do you actually come to be picked for it?
Well, I heard about it about a year ago now, excuse me, and I just finished a play at the Hampstead Theatre, and I go to a drama club, and phone calls come through for auditions for it, and I went to see the producer. I saw her twice, and then about a week after that, I heard that I got it.
Great. What do you have to do for your part? How did you audition? Just read out some...
Well, the first time I went to see her, I just had to, you know, sort of ask questions about myself, you know, just talk to her generally, and the second time I went, I had to read some storylines, just some scripts.
Gosh, and it's on twice a week, isn't it?
Twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays.
And it starts this coming Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, I am, because I've seen them.
You in the first series? In the first one?
First episode, yeah. I'm very pleased with them, because I've seen them.
Have you?
It's made me feel a lot more easy. Yeah.
Oh, great. Well, after Grange, so you feel you graduated a bit now?
Well, actually, I mean, I'm 15, I play a 15-year-old, so I've sort of gone back a bit,
right.
You know.
OK, well, I think we've got some pictures of some of the people in it. So maybe you can tell us who they are. I think the first one, that's Albert Square,
Albert
isn't
Square.
It? That's Albert Square. And that's where all the scene takes place.
That's
and this is the Fowler and the Beale families, of which you're Michelle Fowler?
I'm Michelle Fowler.
Right, there you are. I can see you
My
down
brother's
there,
standing behind me. It's my gran in front.
Right, who's the guy in the flat hat?
That's my dad.
That's Dad Fowler,
and that's Wendy Richards standing next to him.
Who's going to emerge as the character of that family, do you think? Is there a real character?
I can't say. I think that everyone's got their little things about them.
Really?
And on the... standing next to Wendy Richards is Gillian Towthorpe, who plays Kathy Beale.
Oh, which one's Wendy Richards? Is that the one in the middle?
Yeah, one with the short hair. She had long hair.
She was in Are You Being Served, wasn't she?
Yeah, so you probably won't recognise her.
That's right, she's a bit different there, doesn't she? And who's this lot?
This is like the famous 5. This is like all the kids that ran the estate. That's the one in the middle is the publican's daughter.
Right.
And that's Tisha Dean. Standing behind me is my brother, David Scarborough.
It's a great hairstyle, isn't he?
Yeah. And that's Paul Medford, the black boy there,
right.
Who plays like the Romeo of the square.
And you all get on well?
Oh, we all get on well, yeah. We're very good friends.
Smashing. Now that starts on Tuesday, 7 o'clock if you want to watch, and runs all year, doesn't it? Just continues.
Every week.
Does that mean do you work all year?
No, it doesn't. I won't be doing... There'll be 104 episodes a year. That doesn't necessarily mean I'll be in all of them. There will be times when I'll be in like twice a week or once a week or not at all. It'll go in sort of different times.
Does it worry you at this stage about possibly getting typecast or not?
No.
Or don't you think about it?
No,
yet?
I don't think about it. I really don't. I think about a week in advance. I don't make plans.
Yeah, it's about like me as well, actually.
Hello, Mike.
What?
Can I have
you were asleep then?
Yeah, no, I was just looking at Susan. Can I have your photograph, Susan, with the sign there, you know, an autograph like?
Yeah, all right then.
Oh, it's very much love.
You are a one, aren't you, eh? Every week you do it, don't you?
Well, she's busy.
Sandra Dickinson last week. Sarah every week.
No, but Susan, she's special.
He says that to all the girls, you know. Right? I think we're going to see some EastEnders in a second, so we can actually see. Don't say we can actually see a little bit of action. Are you going to stick around beyond the pop panel a bit later, aren't you? Great. Yeah. Okay. And I'll go and get a cup of tea in a minute as well. I haven't had one all morning, you know. It's terrible. Right, it's a great shame, isn't it? Right, here's some EastEnders, some action that you can see starting this week.
What are you? Cheer up.
Napple.
Oh, nice.
Got any fags?
No.
What am I, an animal at the zoo?
Well, how did the big lecture go? Well, like, what did they say? Was Dad really angry?
Look, give it a break, right? Don't push me.
I'm not pushing you. Look, I'm just trying to say if there's anything I can do to help.
Yeah, naff off like I said.
Oh, I try to be nice. I try to be friendly.
You don't strain yourself.
Obviously, it's not worth it when you're concerned.
EastEnders there and Susan Tully. I'm sure you'll be all watching that avidly this week when the brand new series starts and runs all year.
Just
so amazed that it was in a studio and the set was really good.
All big lights on the ceiling and cameras, big cameras and everything. Thinking of something like Battlestar Galactica or Star Wars. I was very nervous at first.
It's just the same as any
We're
other
just doing
job.
something else different to other kids. I mean, it
Just
doesn't
a
make us
different character, that's
better
all.
or worse. It's just same. I suppose.
What do your parents think about you being in Grange Hill?
Well chuffed. Pleased, real pleased. My dad goes round all his workmates saying, my son's on Grange Hill.
The first time we can use our script, and which helps us a lot. And then they say to us, can try and don't stay up till 1 o'clock every morning kind of thing, but just try and maybe after dinner have a look at your lines and get familiar with them. And then for studio they expect you obviously to know your lines.
When I first come here, I was running about everywhere, knocking on all the dressing rooms. Who is it? Who's in this one? Knocking on all, who's in this one? Oh, look, top of the pop, look.
Sally.
If I had a pen, I could
Yes.
write the number down. They say to us before we even start to speak how you would in your, like, you know what I mean, like that, you know, man and all this stuff. But try not to make it too over the top.
But the phone's broken. You don't have to use this one. No, it's not. It's still working. It's only the cash box that's gone. Save you some money. How do you mean? Push in your 5, get it back out again.
Oh, wait, will I?
Of course you will. Go on, try it.
You just, like, you act the same, like, as if you would on the streets. Like, just normal when you're hanging around the flats or anything, or when you're in school. So you just act the same when you're here. At school, you run about more often, but in here, like, you take it all calmly and everything.
Grange Hill and the mastermind behind Grange Hill, Phil Redmond's here to chat about the new series and answer your phone calls a bit later on 01811 8055. The new series starts on Monday, doesn't it? What, 5:35?
5:35, yes.
Right, have you got any new changes, new ideas for this series? Or
this series picks up from the end of the last one, which saw Grange Hill amalgamated with Brookdale and Rodney Bennett. So what we're really doing is picking up all the confusion that causes and trying to get 3 schools onto 2 sites. And the schools split between the sort of upper school, 5th and 6th years on one site, and then the 1st to 4th on the other sites. And how all the door numbers are wrong and people are in the wrong places at the wrong time. And
oh yes, also yes. Because you're always looking for new situations, obviously, to try and work out something new. And the amalgamation is obviously quite a good one because you can work in a lot of new faces, can't you?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Any old ones being phased out this year? Because they got too old for it.
A little bit, yeah, but we're trying to do it a bit more gently this time. I mean, in the past, we've just kind of said that's the end.
That's it,
now.
out.
That's right.
Yeah, it's good because they do go on to other things, though, of course.
Yeah, so like our good friend Tucker.
Yes, like Tucker, or now EastEnders for Susan and things like that.
That's right. That's right.
Quite good. I think some of the gang here have got some questions behind Shirley. Which one's Shirley? You got a question here?
How did you get the name Grange Hill?
That's quite strange, really. I mean, the series was originally called Grange Park. I don't know why, it just was. And then when we did a check on the first series, we found that there was sort of like 35 schools called Grange Park, so it would be a bit difficult because you get people moaning saying, oh, you based that on me and things like that. So but it was gone into the BBC computer as Grange something or other. And you know what computers are like, once you've got something in there, they don't like to change them. So we had to call it Grange something or other. And we checked with the Department of Education and Science of what sort of schools would call things with Grange on them. And we ended up with something like Grange Hill and Grange Croft and Grange Manor. And I just kind of liked Grange Hill. Then it was 2 years later that I found out that it's named the tube station in London.
Yeah, I didn't know that, to be honest. Christopher Clark, which one's Christopher Clark? Is that you? You've got a question, Chris?
Where did you get all the children from?
Originally we looked around some of the comprehensive schools in London and some of the stage schools. But then the production schedule is such with the serial that it takes sort of between 9 and 12 months every year out of people's lives to make it. So it's getting very difficult to take people out of school for that long. And so what we tend to do now is just go to the stage or the drama schools because they're sort of geared up towards it to sort of be able to teach kids their education while give them the time to appear in Grange Hill.
Okay, we got somebody from the Magic Roundabout, Florence. Who's Florence? Is that you? It's a lovely name, Florence, isn't it?
Where did you get the ideas for Grange Hill?
What, the storylines, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, every year I try to go into as many schools as I can, sort of in the summer. Some schools won't let me in because they don't like Grange Hill or whatever, but you know, we usually find some people who will. And then I just sit down with people like your own age and talk about what they've seen in the serial, what they would like to see, what we got right and what we got wrong. And it's generally sort of what, you know, they tell me, I then put into the story.
Okay, good. Right, we'll be chatting a bit more later. 01811 8055. You want to talk to Phil about Grange Hill. And it's when Mondays and Wednesdays, isn't it?
Mondays
Twice a
and
week.
Wednesdays, yes.
Both at 5:35?
Yes, that's right.
Great, and it starts this Monday, so don't forget to get watching. I'm a great fan, actually. I like Grange Hill.
Yeah.
It's great fun to watch. And, of course, it's in the Beeb comic as well, if you want to have a read of the adventures each week. And I must say, the cartoons in that are fantastic. I think they're very, very lifelike, aren't they? Don't know who draws them, but well done, because they are, you can tell exactly who they are.
Yes, that's right.
Terrific.
I think they're very good.
Okay, 01811 8055. You want to chat to Phil a bit later about Grange Hill. Now it's time to whiz over and see what Sarah's up to.
Alright for racing. Do you want a freestyle model though? Do I? Oh yeah, a lot better for backups, drop-ins and straight up. Really rad.
Look, I ain't got a clue what you're on about. And anyway, this is my brother's. And all I wanted to do is get me from home to school and back again.
And I thought you spoke the language.
Well, I don't. So if you could just do a straight back up out the way, I just might be able to get to the bike seats. You all right?
All right, all right. I think he may be slightly concussed. How many fingers can you see?
Sorry, sir?
Are you wearing one of these transistor things?
It's a Walkman, sir.
Is it?
It's all right, sir. Don't think it's been damaged.
Which is more than can be said for your brain, boy.
Great. I used to actually hate that teacher, which is a sign of good acting, isn't it? I mean, he's probably a terribly nice bloke in real life.
Yeah, I mean, what you want from people is to either love or hate your characters.
Yes.
I mean, the worst thing is they just ignore them.
That's right. Yes, and you actually feel they're very real.
That's right.
Actually, we're talking about the two talent finalists who are going to audition for Grange Hill. What do you do when somebody actually auditions? Do you chat to them first of all and give them something to read, or do they have a real life situation, or what?
You can do it two ways, really. I mean, what we normally do on Grange Hill is you just talk to them, make them a bit more relaxed, give them a background to the character.
Yeah.
And then give them a bit of script to sort of read and see how they go through that. And the hard way, which is a bit unfair really, is asking them then to improvise something, you know.
Yeah.
We tend not to do that so often.
Do you ever see a person and think, that would make a great character, and then work a character around the person that you've seen?
You don't actually sort of work a character around the person. What normally happens in casting is that someone will walk into the room and you immediately feel, you know, that person can play the character. It might be the way they look, the walk, their mannerisms or whatever.
Right.
But in a long-running serial, you do want some kind of empathy from the actor with the character.
Right. Now, before you do anything else and take some phone calls, you want to say hello to your kids, otherwise you're in real trouble.
Right. That's right. I promised to say hello to my kids, so I was just saying hello, kids, I'll see you later on.
Right, don't forget to get the lunch on. Right, I think we can take a few calls here. Neil Simmons should be first on the line. If you grab the grey one there, Phil. Neil, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, you're through to Phil Redmond for any question you want about Grange Hill.
Hi, Neil.
Well, did you like school, and what was your favourite subject?
The best thing I liked about school was going home at 4 o'clock. My favourite subject, I think, was probably games, I think. I wasn't all that sort of academic while I was at school.
What was your favourite sport?
Football.
Football, yeah. Because you were just saying you wanted to get a team up to play against Radio 1, which we will sort out.
Yeah.
Is that okay for you? Right. Thanks for your call.
Thank you.
Bye. And Scott Hyam is on the line. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
Hello, good morning. You're through to Phil.
Hi, Scott.
Phil.
Yeah?
I'd like to ask you, what is your reaction when people say Grange Hill is a bad influence on young children?
Well, first of all, I don't really think it is a bad influence because what I do every year is go around and talk to schools and talk to kids and see what they want in the programme. And it's kind of the ideas I get from the people I talk to which go into the programme. So I think the answer to that really is that it's the children who are a bad influence on me rather than the other way around.
Thank you very much.
Smashing.
Can I have a signed photograph, please?
Okay, I think we can organise that for you.
We can sort that out. Well done. Thank you. Line 3, John Douglas. Hello, John.
Hello?
Good morning. You're through to Phil.
Phil?
Yes, John.
What first gave you the idea for Grange Hill?
Well, I was on a dole at the time and wanted to make some money, I think is the honest answer. But I wanted to write a serial for you know, to the kids from my kind of background. And when I was at school watching, it all seemed to be about kind of Enid Blyton and Atomic Spies and Boy Detectives saving the world and things like that. And I just wanted to write something that, you know, everybody could identify with. Yeah. Everybody has to go to school, so it just seemed like a good idea at the time.
Do you identify with it?
Yeah. Yeah.
To a certain extent?
Yes, to a certain extent.
OK, good. Thanks for your call. On line 7 we
Mike,
have... Yes?
Could you say hello to my sister Shelley and all the friends at Grange Foundation School?
You've just done it so well. Hi to all of you. Hello. Especially Shelley.
OK, thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye. On line 4 we have Toby Hines. Hello, Toby.
Hello, Phil.
Yeah.
Whereabouts do you film Grange Hill?
Well, it used to be filmed in North London, but it's now moving out to the BBC's new centre in Elstree. So it's kind of shot in and around the studio.
Succinctly answered. Well done. Good question. And we have on line... whatever, I don't know. Hello? Who's that? Is that Toby? That's Rochelle Moyer.
Hello.
Have I pronounced your name correctly?
You have, yes.
That's wonderful. Delightful French name. You're through to Phil.
Thank you. Hello, Phil.
Hi, Michelle.
Was your school like that when you were at school?
A little bit, yes. I mean, there's people always ask me as Grange Hill about my own life, which I refuse to answer in case it incriminates me. But there was bits of my school life in Grange Hill, but most of it is kind of taken from talking to people.
Do you feel any sympathy with any of the characters? Are any of them very much like yourself? Do you say, that's like me, that one?
No, but I don't like the bullies.
You don't like the bullies? Well, none of us like the bullies, do we, really?
OK, thanks,
Rochelle,
Phil.
great question. Thank you very much. Were you like anybody? Any particular character in Grange Hill?
No, I don't think so.
No?
No, I'm just a little bits of me and in all the characters, I think.
Right. OK, right, then we've got time for some more calls in a second, but you brought a bargain along with you. And you've got so many things there, we have to get through them all, I think.
Yeah, we tried to sort of pick up all the bits and pieces. That's
Grange Hill Diary?
Grange Hill Diary, which gives a lot of facts about the background. Right. This is a box set of the novels that are actually available.
OK, right, well, I'll pass them over and we'll...
This one here is quite interesting. It's the sort of Grange Hill video, which is the video of the very first series.
Right.
It was quite interesting to see, like what Tucker Jenkins looked like 8 years ago.
Oh, great, great.
Then we've got an annual, we've got a T-shirt, sweatshirts, some badges that say I was expelled from Grange Hill. Right? It's the only school I have been expelled from. And then also I thought it would be quite interesting, and there's a copy of the very first script from Grange Hill, right? Which is the actual very first episode that was ever written, and I've signed it in case anybody wants it.
Marvellous, yes, good one. That's great. So stacks of Grange Hill stuff, if you can answer this burning question that Phil's just about to ask you.
Yeah, I'd like to know if anybody can tell me who was the very first headmaster in Grange Hill. The clue of this is that Crow might actually know the answer to this one.
Crow might know the answer. There's a clue for you. The first ever headmaster in Grange Hill. Answers on a postcard, 01811 8055. All right, good luck with that. You can win all these goodies. And we've got time to take a couple more calls, I think, so don't grab your phone again, Phil. Robert Cousins is on the line. Hello, Robert.
Hello? Can I speak to Phil, please?
Yes, you are.
Hi, Robert.
Phil, I want to know why more of the original characters from Grange Hill weren't used in Tucker's Look.
Well, basically because we wanted the serial to concentrate on Tucker and sort of what happened to him when he left school, and for it not to turn into a kind of Grange Hill After Hours, really.
Right, good question. And someone with the, thank you, with the unpronounceable name of Maxwell Sisuski, is that right?
No, it's a bit wrong.
Oh, I knew it would be a bit wrong. Have we spelled it wrong as well?
No, you spelled it right.
Go on, you tell me how it's said.
Sisevsky.
Sisevsky.
Couldn't we just settle for Max?
Maxie. Hello there, Maxie. You through to Phil?
Phil?
Yeah?
Is Grange Hill based on a real school?
No, I'm afraid it isn't. It's kind of bits and pieces from schools up and down the country. I'd be in even more trouble if it was based on one school, wouldn't I?
Is your school anything like Grange Hill?
A bit like it, yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Who's your favourite character?
I should think it's, Stewpot.
Stewpot's your favourite character, right.
Yeah.
Well, OK, thanks for your call. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Right, Fred, that's all the calls you've got time for. Phil, thanks very much for answering those. You're going to come on the pop panel, are you? You'll make some comments on some videos a bit later.
Yep, I will.
Good stuff. Right, thanks for your call. Sorry if you couldn't get through there. Meantime, over in the coffee shop...